Candace Owens has been watching all of this. She understands that symbols do matter. She's the host of Candace. She joins us tonight with a reaction to all of this. Chicago, Candace, thanks so much for coming on, is really kind of a case study in what happens when you apply bad policy.
That's absolutely right. And Lori Lightfoot, I mean, she's a disaster. And I think first and foremost, people take a glance at her, and the first thing you think is this is a woman who is an avowed racist. And you might look at that and say, well, that's obvious because she says she doesn't want to speak to any white reporters and only black reporters. But I think actually Lori Lightfoot is abundantly racist towards black Americans, right? So she pretends, don't pay attention to what she's saying, pay attention to what she's doing. She's pretending that she represents black people when she gets in front and says, I only want to speak to black journalists. But that's meant to be a distraction. Actually, look at her track record. Who is it that she's have her policies led to the mass homicide of? Black people. Black people are dying on the streets of Chicago. Black people are the people that are suffering when you know in the first quarter of this year, 34% homicide rate increase. It's black on black crime, and she has seen this through. The more important thing, though, when you showed a clip of her earlier and she started talking about, we need help, we need help. Do you recall, Tucker, a few months ago when I said to you that the entire defund the police movement, the entire purpose behind what the Democrats do, they don't do anything without purpose. They are always taking a part and parcel of a Machiavellian scheme. I said to you, Tucker, that they're going to start requesting, want the streets to get bad enough until they say, we now need federal help. And at that moment, you're going to see them start talking about a federal police. They were going to want to see federal policing happening on the grounds of these inner cities. I believe that has been the long game the Democrats have been playing. This is why they have been undermining the local police at every second, because they are looking to give more power to the federal government. This is what is happening in Biden's America, and I believe that this is just really what we're seeing is just a faster spread toward America shifting towards a federalized police system in this country.
I think that's really smart. I hate to believe, and I remember when you said that, I remember thinking, boy, I hope that's not true, because it's just so awful that you would create chaos. You allow hundreds, thousands of people to die just so you become more powerful. But I think you're absolutely right. So in other words, none of this was accidental. I mean, they knew defunding the police would get a lot of people killed. How could you not know that?
Of course they knew that. And you look around, you have to study history. And that's why I've said, you see them, they're calling themselves socialists, they're hitting the ground, they're demanding socialism. Well, let's actually take a look at what socialism has been around the year. Has been around the world, pardon. Socialism has led to the death of 100 million people all across the world. When you look at communist, socialist regimes of the past, this is what you see. The federal government needs more and more power, and they need to make sure that they take it away from local. So they are taking this away from local. So the Democrats put this plan into place, and now it's speeding up. So she's not helpless. She's saying we need help from the federal government, we need help the federal government, so that eventually people on the streets are going to say, please, anybody help us. And you're going to start to see real crimes from the federal government when they put their boots on the ground and start saying, okay, now we have complete and utter control. It is not chaos. From chaos, dictatorship arises. That is the lesson of human history.
It's amazing. I'm completely sold. And Chris Wray, we're going to need to expand the FBI by, 3x. So they can keep order in Chicago. Candace
also,
Owens,
Tucker, I need office time every day.
Every day? Tell me that 14 more times and I'll believe you, with some exclamation points. Candace Owens, great to see you.